Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here. Actually, all the Liverpool fans in Japan got together last night over an izakaya. It's kind of a Japanese style of a bar, kind of tapas, drinks, very tasty. You've got these skewers called yakitori as well. Oh, that meat, top quality. And also, we have an official mascot, the Hello Kitty original Liverpool. This is official goods, by the way, official Liverpool goods in Japan. Hello Kitty #1. This was on the official merch store before it closed down earlier this year. But Hello Kitty, looky. Cute. Hello Kitty. But anyway, we were talking about this Liverpool season. The squad is actually much younger, much more youthful, much more energetic and available in previous seasons. Jordan Henderson over 30, Fabinho over 30, Roberto Firmino over 30. Then you got players like Keita, Ox, all departed, right? Milner over 30. And in their place, fresh legs. Dominic Szoboszlai, can you believe he's only 22? Alexis McAllister, 24. Curtis Jones, he's still 22 as well. Same as Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones, underappreciated. Vital cog in the midfield system. I'm going to do a video on underappreciated players in Liverpool's history, including Curtis Jones. Ryan Gravenberch, 21 years old. We know Wataru Endo is 30 years old. He's the exception. He'll prove his worth. Wataru Faito! But yeah, we thought it'd be a good idea to go through the whole squad, and we're labelling everyone as 25 and under as a youngster and part of our mainstay team for the future. And that is because 25 is kind of mid-20s, mid-range. I'd say 26 is more towards a kind of senior member of the squad. So unfortunately that eliminates Luis Diaz and Diogo Jota, even though they're going to be mainstays in the team as well. And believe it or not, Joe Gomez is 26 as well. He's been here for years. We bought him as a youngster from Charlton, but yet he qualifies as one of the more senior members of the squad somehow. So yeah, let's look at all of the players aged 25 and under, see their prospects for the Liverpool team in the future to win us trophies and bring us to glory. Now, I've whipped up a little tier chart here, and I hope you agree with these rankings, these boundaries. Hopefully you guys can see this tier listing clearly. So we have right at the top the S rank, leading us to glory, the absolute top tier bunch of our under 25 batch. Okay, these are the ones who on their day win us that cup final, bring us to glory, consistent 8 out of 10 every week. You'd hope so. Then we have the A rank, the regular starters, in and around the first 11, could be starters, maybe in the squad, but starting more often than not. Then we have the B rank, which has a role to play, the predominant squad member, always useful, backup for the injuries, can take their place in the match day without any noticeable difference, or at least hopefully not too much of a difference. Then we have the C rank, which you'd probably sell this player for the right price, you know, maybe he hasn't hit his potential or hasn't found a role in the Liverpool team. And unfortunately we have the D rank, no long-term future at LFC. You wish them the best, moving on, probably have a promising career elsewhere, but Liverpool is upper echelons of the football tiers, right? We're expected to win the Champions League, the Premier League, or the Cups, you know, we'd be favourite on most days. Anfield is an absolute fortress. Unfortunately not every player can make it here, but they can still carve out a respectful career for themselves. So without further ado, let's start with Caoimhin Kelleher. Yeah, Caoimh, top quality keeper, one of the best second squad keepers in the whole of the Premier League. You'd probably look at Raya and Ramsdale as having the best bunch. They're kind of two first team goalkeepers, to be honest, aren't they? So yeah, you'd put Caoimh very high up there as a list of backup keepers, but he wants to play. He wants to cement his place in the Ireland squad, make sure he's the number one. Bozanu is playing for Southampton, and I think sooner than later Pastures new. Unfortunate because he's quality. He's homegrown as well. We wouldn't complain with him in any match. He's comfortable with his ball. He's comfortable on the saves. He makes spectacular saves. He's very calm, very reassuring. He's not the biggest physical presence. He's a pretty boy, ranked in the top 5 of Japanese best looking Liverpool team members. At least we did that last year poll. He looks like Malfoy from Harry Potter. We love our Malfoy, cheeky chappy, nice and white. Yeah, very much so. Quality keeper, good backup, homegrown, but he's going to look for Pastures new. So even though he has a role to play in the squad, and he'll probably be in the squad every week, you probably sell him for the right price because he's one of our sellable assets without a notable difference and a drop in kind of form. Yeah, so I think you'd probably sell him for the right price despite his quality. Now this has nothing to do with his ability, it's just the fact that for long-term Liverpool sustained growth and for his happiness as well mainly, you'd probably sell him for the right price. In and around £20 million would be fair. Top quality backup keeper, will prove himself, but nowhere near the level of Alisson Becker. And he probably won't be Liverpool number one post Alisson. Then we look at Stefan Bajcetic. Okay, Blimey, he's only 18 years old. How can you forget? He's so young, but he's a cheeky chappy. He pushed his way into the training with the first team squad. Klopp has his eyes on him. He said he's always a delight, not afraid to get stuck in, not afraid to roll the ball with his studs, collect it underneath the ball of the foot. He is a technical marvel, can pass through the lines, he'll crunch, tackle as well. Versatile, he can play centre back, centre defensive midfield, but Klopp actually puts him as an 8, as a forward pressing, front footed player leading the press, and he's comfortable receiving the ball on the turn and under pressure. He will be a long stay in Liverpool's midfield and always contribute to the squad. The only fear is, hopefully he doesn't play so well that before we can tie him down to that lucrative long-term contract that secures his future and for him to see his future at Liverpool. Hopefully the big guns like Barcelona and Real Madrid, the Spanish nationals, don't try to tempt him too soon, because otherwise he could be at Liverpool long-term. You're hoping for a kind of David Silva kind of long duration at your Premier League club, because I believe he will be a regular starter around the first team. He has that much quality. Speaking of quality, our latest wonder kid, and I will make the video, I keep reiterating that, I'll make it very, very soon. I'll try and make it this week. Ben Doak, the wonder kid. Many qualities, many attributes, but not the finished product. Very, very rough. Can actually go all the way to a 10 out of 10, but sometimes he can't impose himself. He tries too hard. He tries too hard at the moment, right? He needs everything to click, and he needs his place in the system, and obviously he's got the best mentor in Mo Salah, but obviously it's very hard to displace Mo Salah. So he has a role to play as a squad member right now, but long term, I think he'll be in and around first team 11, because once he puts everything together, he has the technical attributes, the physical attributes, hopefully he can get that game intelligence in place, understanding of the system and the consistency, and hopefully Klopp can help him become the polished product. I want him to contribute assists and goals. That is the key metric for this type of player. Obviously, it's very beautiful to see his constant offensive threat, but he needs to contribute in assists and goals to be right up there in the upper tiers. Cody Gakpo. Now, this is a really interesting one, okay? So, Cody Gakpo, the pseudo false 9, inheritor to the throne of Bobby Firmino, but however, he has a better shot and he can shoot off both feet, and he's got this incredible knack of scoring on the turn with his back to goal, and he plays well with his back to goal, and he's always available for the ball. His touch is good and he can spin either way. He can drive through. That's why he played left sided midfield to start the season. He can drive through the lines as well. He's not the quickest, but he's an athlete. But what I like about him is he's already fitted into the Liverpool family, right? You see him in the squad, in the behind the scenes kind of videos. He likes to go in and amongst the lads. He's easygoing, he's softly spoken, but he'll give as good as he gets in terms of banter. So I think, and I hope, he'll lead us to glory. Is he right at the top tier? Yet to be seen, but he's effective, and he'll start for the Netherlands, and he'll start a lot of games for Liverpool as well, and he's a system player. So I'm going to put a regular starter around the first 11 with hope that he'll get to the S tier, leading us to glory, top tier. Then you have the unfortunate Calvin Ramsey, right? Yeah, he was meant to be Trent's understudy, but injury after injury, and these aren't light injuries as well. They're taking a toll on his body and his potential. He needs game time. He needs to show what he's about. He has the physical attributes. His technique isn't bad as well. Had high hopes for him, but his career is a bit derailed at the moment. But let's hope he gets back into the swing of things. I hope he has a role to play as a squad member, but the early signs aren't looking promising with injuries, so he'll be in between B and C. At the moment, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say if he can get a consistent run of form without the injuries, show what he's about, that he can cement that backup right back slot, because he has a lot of good qualities. We just need to see them. Otherwise, if injuries take the toll and he can never maintain form or get on the pitch, then he has to be in the sell for the right price. Okay. In fact, if he gets a lot of injuries, he's probably got no long-term kind of future at LFC anyway. But for now, give him benefit of doubt. I hope he has a role to play. We're talking 3, 4, 5 years down the line, getting to the mid-20s. I hope he's there. Fingers crossed for the lad. Connor Bradley. So this was his big chance, right? He was kept in the squad as a backup for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and unfortunately, injuries, same tale, same story again. Now, who has the highest ceiling between Connor Bradley and Calvin Ramsey is yet to be determined, but Calvin Ramsey has played at a higher level, obviously in the Scottish League. He's lighting it up. He is playing quite well. He's well trusted and well established. He actually started quite a few times, so it's good. So I'd say he's third in his development, but he's having the worst of injuries. So Connor Bradley, I would say, without seeing him and being given a proper chance, he probably has a role to play, but he's probably behind Calvin Ramsey, all things considered, if they're both fit and both in the squad. So, tough one. How harsh I want to be. You probably sell him for the right price at this stage, because you can probably get a right back of sufficient quality. You're thinking of an older kind of Kostas Tsimikas kind of player, but the fact that he's homegrown as well, that's got to count for something, right? Okay, let's give him benefit of the doubt. Has a role to play. Let's see what the boys can do. Yeah, fighting between them, one of them make the breakthrough as the backup right back might be nice. Saying that, Yukinari Sugawara, Japan international, AZ Alkmaar. I think he could come in and make a huge difference, but he take up a international slot as well. So we'll go with this for now. It's changeable as we see things. And there's our boy, Curtis Jones. He's always been a bit cocky, a bit arrogant, confident in his abilities. He's starting to piece it together. He doesn't always have to make an impact in terms of assists and goal contributions. He's understanding now the offensive and defensive transitions of the play and what he needs to do to be an effective cog in a Jurgen Klopp system and machine. He is Gini Wijnaldum reborn, except for the fact they have slightly different attributes, right? Gini Wijnaldum was actually a pretty good goal scoring midfielder in the kind of number 10. He can play on either wing. He's got a really good shot. He's actually quite good in the air. Gini Wijnaldum, always fit, always present. That's the difference between Wijnaldum and Curtis Jones. Wijnaldum is always available, hoping Jones can get there as well. But you notice Jones, when he's not on the pitch, he's made so much of an impact in terms of ball retention and keeping the ball and being an outlet. He always finds space in a congested area to receive the ball on the turn. He doesn't always go forwards, but he controls the tempo, and actually he's a really trusted member of the England under-21 squad. Top player. Will he lead us to glory? He won't be that outstanding, supreme, winning player for the Liverpool squad, but he will definitely be a starter in and around the first 11, because he's got the techniques, the mentality. He's a scouser, he's homegrown, he's young, he's quality, he's 22. Darwin, agent of chaos, Darwinho Nunez, quality, and not just his hair. What a beautiful, beautiful man. He's got the passion. He is a raw ability, physical tenacity. He's listening. He's open and receptive to listening to Klopp's advice. He's developing. His hold-up play is much improved. His off-the-ball work is much improved. He doesn't have the supreme game intelligence. He has the finishes in his locker. Do you remember when he slotted it past Alisson when he was at Benfica, right? Touch, control, out of his feet, bent it into the corner. He has that finesse. Also, on the right-hand side against Newcastle, Salah slot him in. Bang! Side netting. Absolute quality. That is a showing of a top-quality striker when you hit the side of the net, right? He has everything to be absolutely unstoppable. He just needs to piece it together, get a bit of consistency, but maybe he'll never be that Haaland who just buries, 1 out of 2 or even 1 out of 1. Maybe he needs 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4. But the good thing about Darwin Nunez is the chance is always for him. He always creates a chance. He's an absolute menace, an absolute nuisance. So, A is sensible, but I think he can make the impact, the difference at the highest level, because he's got everything. What else do you need except from the fact that the shots need to hit the back of the net? A bit of composure. Just put it in the net. Put it in the net, Nunez, and think about it later. Okay, leading us to glory. Top tier for now. And he should be. That price tag was pretty expensive, but I have good faith in him and his showings as well. Ryan Gravenberch, signing of the transfer window, the last signing of the transfer window. Absolute raw bundle of potential. Now he could become anything, and I've used that phrase so many times, right? And he's playing with a smile on his face. It's absolutely delightful to see. I'm so happy that Ryan seems to be happy playing this football, getting the minutes, getting the time. He's trusted. He really should have put it away left foot against Brighton. Yes, so will he be a regular starter in and around the first 11? Well, can he carve out that number 8 spot? Yet to be seen. He's got everything in his game. If he can piece it together, he could be S if he absolutely maximizes his potential, because his ceiling is sky high. He'll be a regular starter if he can find consistency in his patterns of play and make the connections with teammates so he knows his direct role. And if he increases his defensive output as well, he could even be a starting 6 or starting pseudo 8 that rolls into the 6. Jurgen Klopp loves his multifaceted midfielders, right? So I'm going to say he's a regular starter in and around the first 11, or just outside the first 11, maybe first substitute. Let's put him there for now. Harvey Elliott. Okay, if we're putting Gravenberch there, Elliott is a very interesting one. And just before we rate Elliott, Ibu the Titan, he's partnered with Van Dijk. We got to put Ibu straight at S tier. What are we talking about? He's probably our best defender at the moment. Physical beast, top-notch personality. He's the joker of the team. He is top-notch. He is the man. We love Ibu Konate. Even Endo distracting him at half-time about animes and taking him off form. Top man. If Ibu started the World Cup against Argentina, who knows, it might have been a different outcome. He even got an assist when he came on, right? Absolute beast. We love Ibu in Japan. Ibu, gambare. Ibu-san, ikutelu-jan. He's alive. Now back to Harvey Elliott. Completely different types of players, but the potential in different styles is obviously there. Now Harvey Elliott, he's very technical, he's got a wand of a left foot, he's deceptively quick. I think he played outstanding for Blackburn Rovers in the Championship. He is a pseudo mini Salah. Obviously he's only 20 years old, don't forget that, right? He's 20 years old. What were Bernardo Silva and David Silva doing at 20 years old, right? He's got experience and exposure to the big stage. He's trusted by Klopp, his potential is obvious and there to see. He's recovered well from his injury. He can strike a good ball as well, he can play a good through ball as well, he can put some curve on the ball. He's really silky, he has some skills, he's got determination, he's matured a lot, right, since he's made that post mocking Harry Kane. He's got that curly shaggy hair, he's a cheeky chappy, but he's really nice, really decent person. He actually genuinely is an absolutely decent person. He does everything for the fans. Top lad, he loves Liverpool as well, he's passionate, he plays for the red, he plays well for the Reds. He can't hide his frustration when he doesn't capitalize and, you know, make that impact doesn't make the impact that he thinks he ought to. He is really a good lad and a good person to have in and around the changing room. Very level-headed, and he's working hard as well. 20 years old. He's got 8 years to get into the kind of prime mode of David Silva and Bernardo Silva. I think he can get there. He really has a lot of good techniques and a lot of good attributes. Him and Gravenberch, a very interesting combination. He lacks the physicality, but he presses like a beast. His pressing statistics is one of the reasons why Klopp and Linders rate him so highly, as well as his attitude and his training and his work ethic. I think Harvey Elliott deserves his place in and around the first 11. Now this is subject to change, right? This is just me thinking about the upper echelons of everyone's potential, and I'll be juggling this around as we go along. Okay, let's look at it. 20 years old. Let's put him there for now. McAllister. Majestic Alexis McAllister. Argentinian World Cup winner. Playing with Messi in the first team 11, not looking out of place with all those silky ballers. Enzo Fernandez, De Paul, Di Maria, Messi, all these players, and McAllister starts. Yeah, very talented. Obviously he's been playing in a kind of deeper role at the moment than the number 6. He does thrive in the further positions, but does he really? Because getting him on the ball a lot has its benefits, its pros as well. He's got deceptively good touch, he's on the turn, he's got good decision making, he's got a good brain as well, which is why Klopp keeps holding him on the thigh on the bench. He's deceptively ginger as well. In some of the lights, his brown brunette kind of hair looks a bit gingery. He's got that little beard, little goatee sometimes. He's a sound lad, very easygoing lad, very calm, very chill. I think he'll be at Liverpool for a long time. He doesn't strike me as the type of player who will leave for pastures and new. He seems very level-headed, as does his family. Decent lad. He seems like a very Liverpool player to me, and obviously he's in and around first team 11 now. There's no reason why he won't be in the future as well. So he's going to be in and around the first team 11. I don't think he's going to be that kind of ultra game winner that you'd expect, you know, the kind of Gerrard to pull the rabbit out of the hat on a regular occasion, but he'll be an absolute metronome, a silky player who can transition the ball from defence through to offence, get the assist and rack the numbers up, the passing, the metronome, the heartbeat of the team. I think McAllister will definitely be in and around the first 11. So if you're looking 5 years down the line, yeah, Bajcetic, Doak, Gakpo, Jones, Gravenberch, Elliott, McAllister. Isn't this looking wildly optimistic but very positive for the Liverpool squad? We may need to reevaluate some of these, but let's look at Pitaluga next. Pitaluga, Brazilian goalkeeper, recommended by Alisson Becker. He's 20 years old as well, so he's got a kind of skinny, small frame, but technically he's very good. In training, you see him making some outstanding saves that he has no right to make whatsoever. High potential, high bar. Can he fulfill his potential? Has he got the mentality? Has he got the composure? If he makes a mistake, how does he react to it? He's got the absolute best in the world, Alisson Becker. Brazilian mental as well. And legendary Brazilian goalkeeper Tafarel is a coach at Liverpool as well. Who better to learn from? I think he has a role to play. I think if he meets his potential, he's got the kind of De Gea frame as well, but I think he's much better with his feet. He's quite technical. As a Brazilian, he should be. He's got a role to play. If he is happy play backup for a while. I don't know if he can become established number one, but I think he has a higher chance than Kelleher, who will most likely in the next few windows depart, no matter how good he is, because Kelleher is obviously further in his development than Pichiluga. But let's assume for now, due to his potential and his age, he's got a role to play. He'll be backup keeper, and maybe he'll have a chance to cement the first team slot. We'll see what the next coach after Klopp says. Jarell Quansah. This is the breakthrough superstar kid of this season, right? Everyone wanted a left-sided centre half. Jarell Quansah said, "Nah, mate, I'm here, and I'm here to dominate." Powerhouse, cool, calm, collected, huge. He's even got an assist, driving down the right-hand side after stealing the ball, winning the ball. Jota was like, "Meh, I score a goal every week, don't matter." But Quansah's like, "I set you up, bruv." Made his international breakthrough as well. High hopes for this kid. Seems to have a very good head on his shoulders. He's good physique, good frame, decent speed for his side as well. Technique seems okay. Seems very calm and collected on the ball. Seems reliable. Started a Premier League match. He looks very good, doesn't he? He looks very good. How much would he be on open market? Let's move him to... I think he's got a role to play for now. I don't know quite how high his boundary is, how high his potential is. Could he make that long-term kind of play for the centre-back position? He's still formally behind Gomez, who's only 26 years old. Yet to be seen, but I think he'll be a squad member. But I'm hoping he just continues to rise and rise. The cream rises to the top, and Quansah could get into that A rank sooner than later. Fingers crossed. And just a thought about this kind of team listing here. Two players I really want to highlight. Curtis Jones. And one player that I really want to highlight now is Curtis Jones, right? Forgetting the fact that he's only 22, he seems to be been around forever. He's kind of shaken off that image where he's greedy, a ball hogger, wants to try to do everything himself, because obviously in amongst the first team, he's just one of many quality players. How much would Curtis Jones be on open market? At least 60 million quid, at least 60 million quid. And he's English, but on English tax, 75 million quid would not look at our place. I think somebody put in a cheeky bid of 25 million, tried to snip him up. Nah, Curtis Jones, he's a proper baller, he's reliable, and you can tell when he's missing, which is the absolute mark of a quality player of the Liverpool team. So, yeah. Now back to the final two. Well, you might have seen from the thumbnail. By the way, let me know in the comments below if you like the new thumbnail design, right? I'm giving it a go. I want some consistency, some branding. My mate, the gaming shelf, actually has a similar thumbnail setup. I think it looks pretty perky, pretty cool. Let me know in the comments below. I might stick with it. Obviously. Oh yeah. Szoboszlai is already looking like the player of the season. Sexy Dominic Szoboszlai, the Hungarian captain. He's making me hungry. Yeah. Oh, so cringe. Szoboszlai, top notch. What a baller. He's got everything. Unlimited stamina, energy, drive, passion, Hungarian tattoo of Gerard, sexy accent, sexy girlfriend, sexy squad member, sexy number. He's a number 8. He can absolutely hit those Thunderkunts. Left foot, right foot, Tekker's delivery. Free kicks, hopefully I want to see a free kick fly in. I don't think he's as good as initially hyped up to be in terms of the free kicks, but he'll get there. Hopefully he will get there. Messi even refined and honed his free kick technique after Maradona told him how to strike the ball, and now Messi's scoring them for fun. But early in his career, when he was 22, he wasn't scoring all his free kicks. Speaking of free kicks, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's the next captain, isn't he? Van Dijk, when he leaves, Trent is the next captain. He's been given the badge of honour, vice captaincy from Jurgen Klopp. He's cut his hair, shows he's serious for the season. There's no other player in the world, there's never been another right back like Trent Alexander-Arnold. For all the deficiencies that the media want to try to hype up, he is absolutely quality. A standout, a game winner. He will win you games, and he can do it from multiple positions on the pitch. Let's see how our boy Wonder develops over time. He's already there. He's already one of the best players in the world, regardless of whether you rate him or not as a right back, whether you want to put him behind Walker and Trippier and Reece James, whatever. He's our Scou's heartbeat. Trent is top tier. It's even reflected in the statistics in the games, right? No, you want a defender who plays right back in the games. But anyway, that passing stat is absolutely top notch. His creativity, he's given you some of the best memories in recent times. Even when he's a youngster breaking through, he's thrown straight in against Manchester United, against Rashford, and he did well. He can hold his own. He's a decent defender, just a boy over the top sometimes, whatever. Our position doesn't matter. It's Klopp, it's the system. The defending comes from the team and the system, as Klopp mentioned. These two, undoubted S rank. So let's have a look at this. If this is the final listing, so let's have a look at this. Now, this is if everyone reaches their undoubted potential. But however, if we go in terms of the odds, if you're saying that more often than not, people will not reach their potential, and you're looking at injuries, you probably have a look to say that Calvin Ramsey has no long-term future because injuries. He may not be able to come over them. Similarly, Connor Bradley, you'd probably sell for the right price about now. And I don't actually know how good he is. I can't admit to watching a huge amount of him. The bits I have seen, he looks decent. Consistent pre-season, solid. But is he good enough, or will he want his career elsewhere? Probably no long-term future at Liverpool. Similarly, Pichiluga, will he break through as the number one? Has he got the essence about him to be the number one? I think he has a chance, you know. He looks decent to me, but you probably sell him for the right price. Quansah could be in this bracket, in and around the first team, but at least a squad player. Patritic as well. Yeah, I think I'm happy with him there. We'll put Doak down 1. Gakpo could rise to that tier, but for now I'll put him as an A. Curtis Jones, A. Gravenberch. Here we go. Can Gravenberch reach the Vieira-like standards, the Seedorf standards? If he can become Seedorf or Vieira, he's there. On the balance probabilities, this sounds about right. If he doesn't quite live up to his full billing, then he's a squad player. Leave him there for now. I have big faith in Harvey Elliott. I really have big faith in Harvey Elliott because of his personality and his characteristics and his technical traits. McAllister, Darwin Núñez, for all his bag of potential, he is top tier in the waiting. Absolute top tier in the waiting. Will he fulfill that consistently as well? It's a fight out between him and Gakpo. He could go in this tier, but I'm a fan of Núñez. I am a fan of Núñez. Konate, outstanding. If he started the World Cup final, I think France would have won that. Szoboszlai, Trent. There it is. Final list, okay? We're going with that. D, Calvin Ramsey, Connor Bradley. C, Pichiluga, Kelleher, both goalkeepers. B, has a role to play, Quansah and Ben Doak. Regular starters in and around the first team, Bacetic, Gakpo, Jones, Harvey Elliott, Gravenberch, McAllister. Absolute top tier, top draw, game winners, match winners, cup winners, Ballon d'Or contenders. We're going to have to get away the big names and all the financial clout of Mbappe and whatever, right? Because he's still young. Konate, Núñez, Szoboszlai, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let me know if you agree with my tier listings in the comments below. Like this video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Lots of Liverpool content. I'm going to try and make stuff very regularly. Much love. Peace. Miyazaki-man, Ichiban. If you like this video, make sure you look at the reasons why I believe Liverpool can win the Premier League this season, right? I really do believe we can win it. Look at this squad. Look at this squad, man. Man, what are you talking about? Of course this squad can win it. Ciao. Matane.